All right. This is a song. Okay, you know what is that? I'm at the Whole Foods. Whole dollar. There you go. You know what that is? Look at those grocery carts. Now this is sort of for the Joyce Meyer crowd, you know. And I guess if I were to call this whatever video this is me just being me. I'm Jonathan Fibonacci, you know. And I just kind of thought I would. I guess I still got LA on my mind. I went to the Comedy Store, and you know, I just did not realize how important comedy was to me. You know, then I kind of caught that little that brief teachings thing at UCLA, and long story short, I went to the Comedy Store, and then I you know, just was around kind of the epicenter of comedy where the greats started. And you know, again, you know, it's funny how kind of God will, you know, bring you left to take you right, or take you right to go left. You know what I'm talking about? Where, you know, God will call those. I call those kind of sort of, you know, we talk about Psalms 23 where God leads us and guides us, and you know, we often will say that, but you know, how often do we hear stories where people, you know, I'm like, yeah, I'll tell you. Well, I was in South Toledo Bay and blah 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 and blah blah. All my exes live in Texas, and then I got invited to do this little summer readiness class, and it was just, you know, and I learned way more than I taught. And I'm talking to people moving up from one level to the next, and then you know, I realized like a lot of stuff I'm teaching, I'm not even really applying to my own life. So I said, well, fuck it, I'm going to go do some comedy. And you know, and I was telling my class about how important courage is, and I'm showing them my favorite quotes on courage, and I'm talking about how courage transformed my life. And you know, of course, they're moving into college, so they're like, seriously, like, I think you have a man bun. I think you smoke too much weed. I'm like, well, both those are true, but still, listen to me. Courage is going to change your life. And so just the way that I was able to, I don't know, and so I went to the Comedy Store, and then I, you know, Robin Williams, and you know, here I'm in South Toledo Bay. This is where he lived, and so what are you doing? You're like, dude, you're okay. I get your story. You're repeating yourself, all this shit, but then what's up with the carts? And I'm like, this is the Joyce Meyer crowd. You know, I guess I'd call this is the people, the greats. You know, obviously, I had no idea Robin Williams affected me so much, because you know, he's great. He's a greatness. You know, and Carpe Diem, and also, you know, he was probably one of the best dramatic actors in maybe the history of cinema. Good Will Hunting, and you know, and he was a comic as well as the best dramatic, and you know, just in all his movies, and just, yeah, he's so rich, such a rich guy, and unfortunately, you know, we lost him. And then you're like, okay, I get it. You like Robin Williams, you like comedy. You think you're sort of kind of funny comic. I get it. Okay, I get it. So what's up with the Whole Foods market and the return carts? Okay, another person who really greatly have impacted my life or blessed me is Joyce Meyer. And you know, I'll tell you kind of a funny story about her another time. But if you follow Joyce Meyer, you know about the carts and how she has this kind of thing. And she's just a pastor. And a lot of times we don't think of pastors as great people. But you know, who are the people that blessed you? And so I thought, I'm going to bless Joyce Meyer with my little travelogue, Jonny Travelogue here. And you know, and she probably more than any other pastor ever changed my life.